Hello, guys. Greetings. Good morning and afternoon or evening. I know that there are going to be people from across the world that will be watching this summary of the mass adoption meeting or the founders meeting. My name is Augustine, and I'm your regular host that gives us summary for the founders meeting. Now, my founders meeting has been inconsistent for some time. Reasons best known to me. Okay, we are getting to a point where we're going to get much more organized and that the community should start taking full responsibility. The community should start taking full responsibility. It's no more time of cuddling and spoon feeding. It's now time for some people to understand the nitty gritties of the matter. That's why you are going to see from time to time I'll be coming around. I won't be as regular as I used to be, you know. Today I'm here not to give us detailed updates. The detailed updates is on the blog. When you go to your Kringle Cash under the our community blog, you will see the detailed updates. The administration was the one who gave the detailed updates, and he did it because of the timing. It's not going to be convenient for everybody. So, for the sake of those who will not be chanced to attend the meeting, he put it there so that people can watch. Now, I'm one of the members of the Privy Council, and fortunately for me, I'm in a position to guide the community so that they don't make careless mistakes. The administration is the captain of this ship, and the administration gives all the details as you should know. The administration also expects you to sit down and study for yourself, not to work independently and get misinformation. You know, you should work with your family, and your family I'm referring to are members of the community to get the right information. It is not advised to work on your own. If you are not attaching yourself to the right source, there is every tendency that you can be thrown away, you can be flown away, you can be distracted. There is a lot going on in this community, and it is high time people woke up to see what's going on and pay close attention. Now, why I'm here is to make sure that people don't make mistakes. That's why I'm here. Even though it's titled the summary of the founders meeting, before I continue, do well to like this video, do well to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, and then click on the notification bell so that anytime I'm live, you would get the notification and then you can come in and watch what's going on. I've dedicated the rest of my life into seeing that this community succeeds. It will succeed very soon. And there are other ventures that I'm also into that can also expand my wealth. But this is the biggest of them all. That's why I'm ready to give more of my time and energy to this to see that it succeeds. And those of you who are watching, if you share the same energy with me, then that means you should also give your best to see that this community succeeds. Now let's move into the main details of the matter. Okay? I'll go very straight to the point. Number one, the administration came for the meeting yesterday. It was anchored by our brother, friend, Chief Justice Bederick. And the Privy Council did their part to make sure that everybody, enjoys what is going to happen in the meeting. And members of the community did their part to encourage the administration. The meeting was an excellent one yesterday. But there is something I should call to your attention. And this is what will cause so many people to go wrong. In our Telegram chat earlier on this year, I made it very clear that this year is going to be a very serious year. Those of you who follow up on my updates on Telegram, I said the administration was going to release a promo for this year, which he did shortly after I made that update. I also said that this year, it's not a year where one person is managing accounts for 10 people, and those 10 people don't even know what's going on in the community. It's unfortunate that we're having some people playing witchcraft. When you are talking about witchcraft, witch is one, craft is another. Some people are playing witchcraft on members of the community. They keep them in the dark. Witchcraft simply means you are manipulating someone against his own will. That's witchcraft. Some people tell people that they should pay an exorbitant level of subscription fee. I'm referring to from Nigeria. Some people charge 50,000 for subscription fee. That is exorbitant. 50,000 is not the subscription fee. Some people charge crazy amounts and they say it's business. My dear, the business is not in the subscription fee that you are charging someone. The business is in multiplying your downlines and receiving $10 from each of those downlines. That is where the business is. You should not make profit from your downlines when they are paying subscription fee. If you are going to make any profits, your profit should not be more than 1, 2, or 3,000 maximum. So to look at it from the ideal point of view, if you are charging about 45,000, it is fair. Some people are charging much more. Now I'm referring to the Nigerians. And it's not just for Nigeria, it's peculiar to other countries. Extortion is not the right idea. From the reasonable point of view, $35 is what should be used as a cash center. If someone is paying subscription fee through you, $35 is ideal. The original price is $32, roughly $32.5. But you see some people are charging $40. What for? Why? Why do you choose to do that? How much would you make from your downlines to become rich if you are charging them that amount? To me, it's not good. It's wrong. And as a member in the community who is a privy council that understands the vision of the community, we are a correctional system. We are going to correct every wrong that you see around this world. You may not believe it yet, but watch us grow. First of all, we have to correct our own house. That's the first thing we have to do. Yes, that's why you see us make these mistakes and then we get it corrected and then we move on and it doesn't go as expected, we adjust. But I can assure you that we've been able to adjust to a satisfactory level. And I want you to know that we're not likely going to change the goalpost again. What you heard in yesterday's meeting will be final for the rest of this year. We're only going to improve on it. It's not going to change. The pattern will remain as it is. It will not change going forward. The only thing is that we're going to improve on it. And in this meeting that I'm here with, I'm going to give us as much details as you can. The first thing I'm going to correct is in exorbitant charges for subscription fee. That's an ungodly attitude. If you're going to be someone that will be rich, you don't get wealth through craftiness. Yes, read my lips. You don't get wealth through deceit. Some of you are gathering downlines who may not know what's going on, telling them what is not, and keeping them from coming for meetings so that they don't know the truth. That's also a form of witchcraft. And I want you to change that attitude because we are going to come for every of you that are doing those things. We have just started and we are going to come for every of you who have refused to open the eyes of your downlines. Yes, it's going to boomerang. And I am giving you this information because I have to, so that you don't say you don't know, so that you don't say that the system is a scam. Most of you who call this system a scam is because you are looking for shortcuts to excel in this system. In life, there is nothing like shortcuts. I can say it again. Anybody that follows a shortcut will end up elongating his journey. This race we have run for 8 years or 7 years, as the case may be, is because of the members and their ways. And part of it is from the administration. Yes, it's a shared mistake all of us made, and that has kept us on this journey for 7 good years. And the administration I am referring to is the previous administration in the person of Admin Jack, okay? And now it's natural for people to make mistakes. When you're trying to create a perfect system that is going to be void of this kind of nonsense we see in this present system. Mistakes are inevitable. Okay? Now, the question is, was it made on purpose or not? I don't know. I'm not in the position to make those decisions. I'm not in the position to judge. But the point I'm driving at is we have stayed on this journey because we are looking for shortcuts. There are no shortcuts to success in life. So I have addressed two things this morning. The very first thing I have addressed is, if you are listening to me, which I know a good number of you are, and a very good number of people will also watch this video, please do well to share. Share it to members of our community. It's for your own good. Because when it starts happening, don't say you're not informed. Okay? I said clearly, if you are in this group and you are charging an exorbitant amount of subscription fee, please stop it. Charge the right amount. You won't gain anything by extorting your downlines. You won't gain anything by hiding the actual amount from them. You won't gain anything by causing them not to watch videos to get informed. If they want to get informed, make sure that they are able to run on their own. This is number one. Number two, you should make sure that you expose your downline very well so that he or she should be able to do the business by himself. It is not you answering on behalf of 20 downlines. It's not you answering on behalf of 10 downlines. It is wrong. It is very wrong. Okay, you have to get that corrected. I don't know how many downlines you are having, but you should make sure that each of your downlines are willing to take responsibility for the course they've come into. Don't allow you to manage accounts for your downlines. We are moving into the point where it's going to be self-accountability. And if you are not willing to manage your account, then you are going to also fall off. We are moving into the point where if you can't manage your account, you are going to fall off. I'm saying it while the chance is still there. Between now and very soon, I won't specify when. But I want you to know that we are a correctional system. And we want to build a system where if you answer that title called billionaire, it means you merited it. Meritocracy is still our policy. Meritocracy is still our rule. Meritocracy is still our modus operandi. And nothing will change it. Irrespective of what you think or what you feel, we are not a system based on balance. Balance, I mean, is everybody cannot get the same thing. Now, we are a system that will create balance in the world. And balance has to do with variations. That's what balance is. I'm a student. I went to school. And I also see other students like myself that went to school. But all of us, subject to the same teacher, does not get the same results. Some do better than the others. In the class of 100 or 50 or 25, there is going to be first place, second place, there will be third place, and down to the last place. That is categorization. And that's what meritocracy looks like. Based on the acquired knowledge, you're able to output or give out something that would give you a grade. And that grade is what makes you the best student or the worst student. It is the same thing that would also happen in our community. Therefore, meritocracy is paramount. There must be categories, and the rest of the people who fall short are supposed to do their part to meet up with that expectation. Whether you accept this or not, that is the rule. And if you are not comfortable with the rule, then go out to the public domain and work for the public domain. The public domain is very simple. It is worked by the elites. It is worked by demand and supply. But one thing is sure, you can never be a billionaire through the public domain. If you are a nobody in this system, the elite system has been so clogged up and organized by the elites such that no matter what you do, they will stop you either using the government or using the Security Exchange Commission or using the markets or using misinformation. Something will cause you to lose your money. And if you are not careful, you lose all your money. So I don't know whichever path you want to choose. You must choose one path. Whether you want to work with system that is given by rules and abiding by that rules, you succeed, or going for a system that is absolutely decentralized and there are no rules. By hook or crook, whichever way you follow, you can make it. Decide which one you want to go for. I've said two things. One, be careful about how much you are charging your downlines. Two, make sure you teach your downlines to work independent of the system. Now, let's move into the main content. The administration yesterday came up and said that there is now a modification that, first of all, he apologized. All of you that are listening, some of you watched it, okay? And a good number of you also gave feedback that he is forgiving. Sorry about that. Yeah, some of you gave feedback that he's forgiving and that to err is human, to forgive is divine, and all that. So with that, he went into the main content. And I want you to pay attention. Please remember that the main details is on the blog, okay? This is a supplementary. So you have to make sure that you pay attention to the main details. Please pay attention to the main details. That was given by the administration. All right. Now, moving forward, he reviewed our shared bounty program. Now, obviously, the previous shared bounty program that had training wheels and had shared bounty flopped on the second run. And it was because the administration allowed, members that were supposed to, be overridden to remain on the system. And it created loopholes and a whole lot. Listen to the main details for full updates. Now, on that note, he had to revise it. And after revision, he made it very clear that there is no more training wheels. Now, training wheels and shared bounty, which is the lower cadre and the upper cadre, has been merged as one, which is brilliant, right? Yes. Now, the criteria is simple. One, you will have a higher pay. I want to address this matter pertaining higher pay, and I want us to pay good attention because some of you are so given to, I don't know the kind of word or mind or intelligence that you are having to think that you are going to get $1,020 for the old system, and then all of a sudden you have two downlines, and then within the first month you get $1,020. Are you paying attention to the numbers? How do you want the administration to cough out $1,020 and give it to nearly 200 people that have two downlines? Are you gathering your brains together to reason, or you are just being unreasonable and saying that was what he said, therefore he must do it? Did you read the blog? Did you understand that he said over time you will get to that point? It is a stepping stone process. For instance, myself, what I received on December was not the same thing I received on January payouts. And it will not be the same thing I'll receive on February payouts. Each time I am making commitments to remain in the system gives me a little bit more, provided I meet up with the simple criteria. And that is the condition the system is giving. So if you are being deceived to think that within a month or 2 months or 3 months, you suddenly become, getting $1,020, then you have been deceived and you have allowed yourself to be deceived. I had said this thing before the program started running, and I said it in several Telegram groups, but people looked at me and got offended because they felt I was being pessimistic. No, sir. No, ma. When I give informations, I am not giving informations because I feel like talking. I give informations because I know what's going on. I'm fortunate to understand what's going on. I'm fortunate to have dealings with the administration, and he gives me informations as well as every member in the Privy Council who wants to listen, who wants to know, so that we tell the community what they should prepare for. So when I give informations, take what I'm telling you, or else you make mistakes and you'll be the one to suffer the consequences. So I kept saying it and I kept saying it. Well, people just chose to do what they had in mind. And many of them are so disappointed because it didn't go as they expected. Well, it's not their fault. I would rather say it was because the administration and his team were not careful to study to see what happened. According to the administration, they were under pressure, which is understandable because they had a timeline to deliver and the community was anticipating something. Well, they had to do what they had to do. and it happened as it happened. Well, we are sorry. We chose to bear the responsibility for the mistake, and we are apologizing again on behalf of the community. Please forgive us. But now we have gotten it right, and we are improving on it. In a short while, you are going to see that the bounty section will come back on. I mean, the shared bounty program, which is offline, will soon become online, and then the real business begins. Pay attention, because now is where you are going to understand the difference. Now, the admin said it's no more $155, $255. Yes, that was what he said before. It's no more $255 for those who run it for 2 months, which is for those on the training wheels. It's no more that. It's now $185 for those who wants to run it. $185 for those who wants to run it as an individual. Okay. Now, if you are not an individual, you must be able to you will enjoy $1,125. Now, that's the difference. But I want you to listen, because if you make this mistake again, you are going to create more harm than good for yourself. The first thing I want you guys to understand is that it is a building block. And whether you choose to like this information I'm giving or not, it doesn't really matter. It is what it is, and you have to hear it. Number one, the system of before was building on 2, and then you get 2, and those 2 get 2, and then you keep doing it. Provided your 2 plus yourself are active, you will keep enjoying until you max out at $1,020. That was before. But for now, it is not like that anymore. Now, there is an added program that has been put in, and that program has to do with downlines. It has to do with referrals. So pay attention to this. If you came into the program early enough and you are up there and you have 0 downlines, the tendency of being replaced by someone that has more downlines is there. So the system is promoting downline bringing. It's promoting growing the community. That is the program. Now, another thing I should make you know is that if both of you are on the same level and the rotator is paying this one $4 and paying this one $4 because they don't have any downline, the moment one of them has one downline, the system will start paying this one $4 and will start paying this one $5. I want you to listen and follow what I'm saying. If this individual also has 2 downline, the system will start paying him $6, and this one has been receiving $4. We will keep receiving $4 until the year runs out. I don't know, maybe the rotator will roll twice or 3 times or 4 times. I do not know. But I want you to understand that the rotator does not just roll on a circle. No, the rotator will move in a zigzag manner to favor those who are keeping to the conditions of the community to grow the community. So if the rotator is moving this way and then someone else is doing a very good job, it can jump to the person. And then someone else is doing a good job, it jumps to the person. That's how the system is now going to be running. It's not just going to be running in cycles and giving everybody the same thing. No. In as much as so many people on the Telegram group are saying it should be done equally, please, it will not be done equally. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. There has to be variations. Some has to be richer than the other. If everybody is rich at the same time, then who serves the other? And the opportunity for someone to be rich is now. For you to become whatever you want to become, it is now. There is this saying, as you lay your bed, so will you lie on it. Some of you don't want to do anything. You're comfortable with just paying for yourself. It is okay, but I want you to know that if it takes someone that has 4 downlines 3 months to max out, or 4 months to max out, or 6 months. When I say max out, it means getting to the peak. Your peak is $185. Now, if it takes someone with 4 downlines to get to $185 in 4 months or in 6 months, ideally it should be around that time, 4 to 6 months. So listen to what I'm saying and follow my instructions and prepare. Because if you are expecting it in 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, you are wrong. If the community grows substantially, you should be able to get it in 4 months. But if it is slow, then maybe 6 or 7 months. And then you max out at $185, provided you are consistent, provided your teams are consistent. If you are not consistent and your teams are not consistent, then your reward would also reduce. So this month, if you are getting $50 and you have less than, maybe you had 5 downlines or you had 4 downlines and it drops to 2 or 3 downlines, then your reward may drop to $20. It is how the system is going to be working now. So when you begin to see a variation and you said last month I got more than this month, why? Check how many downlines you have. Is it the same downlines or it has dropped? I don't know if you guys are getting me, because this has to be made very clear. Now, the mistake has been made before. We are not making a second mistake. That's why I'm here to tell you what is to be expected. Now, let's move to the next CADA. I believe this CADA has been settled. If you are going to get $185, you must merit it. Meritocracy is our modus operandi. And for you to merit it, you must be able to get very close to the landmark. Now, the administration said, if you are having 5 or more downlines, then the tendency of getting $1,125 is there. But if you are having less than 5 downlines, which is 4 and down, well, what you are going to get is anything from between $0 to $185. And I also say that it's going to be varying. It's going to be varying. You have $1, one downline, you will have more than that is having no downline. If you're having 2 downline, you have more than that who is having 1 downline. If you're having 3 downline, the system will pay you accordingly. You can't come into the system early and then someone that just came in maybe after 2 months and then brought in 4 downlines, you'll be earning more than him. It won't work like that. The system is not title based. Do you know I'm bigger than you? Do you know I'm older than you? Do you know when I came into the system, you know that I'm much older? Do you know that I came in 5 years ago? 5 years ago, and you have only no downline. And then the one that came in after 3-4 years has 5, 6, 7 downlines. And you want to earn more than him, then you are not in the real world. This is the real world. The elite system is fake. They created a whole lot of inequality where the monkey walks and the baboon chops. The baboon, you know what the baboon is? I'm sure baboon is an English name, right? Yes. So it's wrong. That's wrong. You can't work and someone else works and then enjoys your labor. That doesn't work in our system. So I want you guys to get the foundation of what we're about to move into next month. Because when you get it twisted, then you have deceived yourself. Moving to the second CADA, which is the senior CADA. Now, congratulations to those who have 5 downlines. Listen, don't make that mistake of creating 5 accounts and paying for them. Because for you to get to $1,125, it may take you 9 months. Now, let me say it again. It will take you about 8 to 9 months for you to be able to get $1,125. So if you think you can create 5 downlines and keep paying for them every month, at some point you cough. You know what it means to cough? It means you will choke. When you get choke, you lose everything because you won't be able to continue. Don't create fake people. If you can't take the pain and gradually, naturally rise and teach the people to maintain themselves and keep up with their account, it is right to support. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't support anybody. There are times out of your 4 downlines, one will have issue. Okay, the person can afford 50%, you augment. The person can afford 70%, you augment. The person can afford whatever he can afford, augment, because the system takes care of you as well. Don't let the person down. Support the person. That's the point I'm driving at. But if you are looking at creating 5 downlines, many of you on the Telegram group were saying, I have 6 downlines, I have 10 downlines, and I paid for all of them. I don't get it. How are you paying for all of them? Some of you are just doing things by what you are thinking, and it's wrong thinking. Some of you are paying for more than 4, 5, 6 people. Some of you coughed out over $200 to pay for them because you are expecting $1,020. Who told you that one? How did you get that idea? So I want you guys to understand that $1,125 is not what you are getting in 3 months or in 4 months or in 5 months. You must be able to pay the price and the system will bless you accordingly. And if you are consistent, then you get it. So if you're having 5 downlines, your 5 downline should also be willing to hustle so that they too can also be like you and duplicate. That's the idea. It's just a no-brainer. The thing is that we're so given to instant gratification that we want it now, 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 and it doesn't work in our community. I said it before that those of you who will come out as billionaires in this community would have proved themselves over time again and again and again. That title means a lot. It means a lot. You guys are going to replace the Bill Gates you are seeing now, the Elon Musks you are seeing now, and then the Jeff Bezos, and then those Prince Charles and all those, monarchy systems of the British concept. All those things will be replaced by members of the community. But are you smart enough? Are you intelligent enough? Are you brilliant enough to maintain that title? Or you are not? I don't know. It's up to you. But I've been able to explain details of what the administration didn't go into yesterday. In the blog that he'll be releasing in about 24 hours or less from now, he's going to throw more light on these things that I've said. So some of you who are thinking it's going to be 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, you guys are being deceived. Please snap out of it. It's not going to work like that. Okay? Now the numbers in our Kringle Cash is dropping. It's okay. But at some point it will balance. It's what we call natural correction. That's what is going on. It's naturally correcting itself because many people that are there created fake accounts and they are managing the accounts for themselves because they want to gain something. That's not it. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. So because you have seen the condition now, it's so difficult to meet up with. You've given up. Yeah, let it drop. Let it drop. I'm not begging the system to try to uphold it. Let it find its natural frequency. And from there, it begins to move up again. It will definitely move up. We've had more challenges than this. So we're going to recover and we're going to move up. So are you there? Are you listening? Are you part of those that wants to make it happen? It's your choice. If you choose to sit back and do nothing, it's also fine. But I want you to know that this community will succeed somehow, and it will reward only those that were willing to pay the price and were able to stay over time. Okay, I don't want to go into so much other details. The details are on the blog. As regards our banking partners, the banking partners are watching everything. And the banking partners are the ones that are going to cause us to blow. And it's going to happen sooner than expected. Another thing I should bring to your attention is nobody will get what they didn't deserve. Some of you in the early days of this community, you were smart enough, okay, to gather 1 million TBC. I don't know how you did it. Some of you were smart enough to gather 2 million coins. Some of you 5 million coins. Some of you got coins in a very funny way. But right now, everything is in SBC. The admin said you won't be able to get it instantly. You won't be able to transfer coins. Listen, there is going to be an audit. Those of you who understand what audits, we are going to audit the accounts of everybody. The banking partners will have to find out how you got what you got. And if we're not able to correspond it, remember that in your Kringle Cash back office, there is reward section. Your reward section must correspond with the amount of coins that was given to you in your wallet. If there is a discrepancy, there is a question mark you have to answer. I don't know if you're understanding me. Those of you who are old members, you are listening to me. There is what you call reward, TBC reward. That time that you will do something, maybe you make a broadcast, or you buy something, or you bring in a downline, something, you give a reward. That reward must correspond with what you are getting inside of your wallets. And I want you to know that all this information are at the disposal of the support team and the administration. So the banking partners will need to audit the account of old members and new members to be sure that there is consistency. If there are no consistency, then you have to answer for how you got it. And whatever that would come out of it is in the hands of the banking partners to decide. It's not in the hands of the administration to decide, because they want to give life to that system. They don't want to empower a fake system. They don't want to empower a lie. They don't want to empower a fraudulent system. So those of you who did that, well, I want you to know that this is why the administration said you won't be able to access it immediately. There are things that has to be done. So those of you who are there that did things wrongly, there is time for payment. There is time for recompense. There is time for facing the consequences of those actions you took. Remember that I'm Augustine, one of your members in this community, a member in the Privy Council, an ambassador for the Simply Brilliant community. And when you talk about ambassador, I'm talking about a representative of this community. I don't know if you people like me or not, but I stand for the truth. And the truth is what I will always stand with. So if you don't like me, possibly you don't like the truth. But if you like me, then that means you are consistent with the truth. I have to tell you the honest truth. If what I'm saying is nauseating to you and you are offended by what I'm saying, then it means something is wrong with your reasoning pattern. You have to get the correct reasoning pattern. I didn't mean that we haven't made mistakes. We've made mistakes. But if you're also someone that is unforgiving and you can't move on with the system, then check your heart. If you are thinking that all we are doing is exploiting people, then it means you have an issue with your heart. Where is the part of forgiveness in your heart? Are you aware that there is no system that is perfect? And are you aware that our intent is to get to perfection? Are you aware? So what is it that is holding you back? It's your heart that is holding you back. I want to stop at this point. Please, I didn't go into details as I should, and I shouldn't necessarily do that. The intent is to pick those salient points that the administration didn't go into. There are a lot that I've not said, but I want to stop here so that you can digest what I've said. And please do well to like. Those of you who love the right thing, do well to like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I won't be giving updates regularly, but when the need is expedient, I have to come and give updates. This one was very needful. I had to come and give these updates. I want to stop at this point, and I want you guys to know that it is with sincerity of heart and love that I'm giving this update, not to make anyone feel inferior or bad. It's because I want this community to succeed. That's why I'm doing this, okay? I love you guys, and you know that I do. I want to stop at this point. Cheers, and God bless you. But before I conclude, I'll quickly go through the content of some of us that are here. And then this woman doesn't miss my broadcast. I don't know why, but that's a very lovely energy. I love her energy. Good morning, Councillor Augustine. Thanks for the work well done. You're very welcome, beloved. This is also one of my senior men in the community. Bless you, bro. Keep the good job going. SBCians, this is our year. You heard that? This is our year. So this is someone else. I'm seeing him for the first time. He say, ask about SBC wallet. Can SBC be exchanged for BTC? I think you should go for proper orientation. We're a private community. You should attend meetings more often and understand the intent of the community. Read the information on the blog to understand what's going on. A private community, SBC coins is going to be backed by gold. And we don't have dealings with the outside world, okay? If you are going to exchange SBC for BTC, it's going to be on a peer-to-peer note. And members that are going to accept SBC will also have to be members of the community with active accounts. That's when you can exchange it. It's on a peer-to-peer note. It's possible. But when it has to be on a market-based note, where SBC will be found somewhere in the market, will never exist in the market. We are private. We are community-based. We grow our community, and then we find utility for our coin in agreement and partnership with our banking partners. So go read more, you will understand better. So my beloved sister said, well explained. All right. So these ones have said, if you have anything to say, do well to say so, as long as it's given by love and respect. Okay? So I'll stop at this point. Thank you very much. And I love you guys once again. And I love this community from my heart. And I'll give my best. And so help me God. Cheers and bye for now.